So here's what we're gonna do. This is now practice time, all right? So like anything else in sports or anything else, music, you gotta practice. So we're gonna practice this, all right? And the reason I was moving across the stage is this: make sure you have your card back out, because we're gonna practice praying together. It's gonna be awkward. It's gonna stretch beyond comfort. And like Sean said once recently about his family, he told one of his daughters, we're the Greens, we do hard things. So I'm gonna say, we're Sherwood Oaks, we do hard things. We stretch, all right? So you'll see, and this is, I came up with this a few years ago out of this chapter because I was kind of wrestling with, how do I pray for my kids? I have 4 kids, ages 20 to 30. And it was like, well, I want them to have a better job, yes. But then I thought, well, if this is how Jesus prayed for his disciples, this might be a good way for me to pray for my kids. So I came up with 5 days of the week, and this may seem cheesy to you. I love cheese, and I love that kind of stuff, but it helps you remember. All right, so here's the thing. So you'll see it's printed on your cards. Monday is one day. Tuesday is Protect Day. Wednesday is Word Day. Thursday, I know I'm stretching it, but there's an H in Thursday. Thursday is Holy Day. And Friday, I know every day has a Y in it, but Friday is Joy Day, all right? I have this card taped in my car. I actually now have it as a screensaver thanks to Jim Clark, and you can get that screensaver on SOCC/blog, all right? Because there's sometimes it's like I'm sitting in the morning and I read my Bible and I want to pray for my kids. I don't know exactly how to pray because I don't know all the details of their life. But if it's Tuesday, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna pray, God, would you protect Gretchen from the evil one? Would you protect Mark and his wife Ann from the evil one? Would you protect Allison from the evil? I don't say it that fast, but I do say it out loud. God, would you protect David from the evil one? And then if I'm driving around and I'm just my mind's wandering and I start thinking about my wife or my kids, or I've prayed for Sean this way, I'll think about somebody and it's Wednesday. God, would you teach them your word? I mean, it's not like rocket science. It's just phrases that I think helps me practice praying for others like Jesus prays for us. So we're gonna do that. I'm starting over here with Monday, all right? We're gonna practice. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask you to pray. I'm gonna ask you to think of somebody right now or some buddies that you would like to pray for. Maybe your kids, if you're older, maybe it's your adult kids. And I know I've talked to people who have adult kids that are prodigals. They don't walk with Jesus anymore. Maybe that's who you want to pray for, and I'm going to encourage you to do so. Maybe it's siblings. Maybe it's friends at school. And you might say, well, I don't know if they're a Christian or not, but Jesus is praying for those who haven't even believed yet because he wants them to be these kind of people, all right? And I'm going to ask you to pray out loud as only you could hear it. Now, this part of the service, I would get up and go to the bathroom. Because I was like, I'm not doing that. That's too weird for me. But we do hard things, right? We stretch beyond comfort because we give room for our soul for Jesus to do things. So like, for example, I'm gonna actually go through my kids, and I don't pray for one each day, but like on Monday, I'll just pick my daughter, Allison. And so what I'm gonna say, when I'm gonna pray out loud here, and I want you to pray out loud in your way too, I'm gonna say, okay, God, would you make Allison one with you? And I see in my head what I hope that looks like for Allison, her love for Jesus, but also her love for others who have the Spirit of Jesus in them. So it's kind of that two-way prayer. So in a second, I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, go, and you just say, and I'll encourage you to say the name.